Very good morning, all the students of fourth standard. We are learning history of fourth standard, and in this lesson, in this stage, we have started the seventh lesson, that is Swaraj, the first conquest. This one is going on. Swaraj, the first conquest. This lesson, page number 26, is going on from the seventh lesson of history. So yesterday I told about that Machi, Zunzar Machi. Next point, that is the only access to the fort was across the Zunzar Machi, and Torna fort was very difficult to be accessed, and there is only one place to be accessed on the fort, or we can go by only one place, through the only one place on the fort. That place name is called as Zunzar Machi. It is a very difficult passage with the high hills on one side and deep valleys on the other side. So that place is very difficult to be precipy, very difficult to be climb or to go from one side. What is that? High hills is there, and from another side it is there deep valley is there. So in this very difficult situation, or the condition is there to be precipy the Torna fort there, or to go on the Zunzar Machi there. From one side high hill and from another side deep valley is there. A careless person may easily lose his balance, and one who is a careless person, that careless person easily he can lose his balance, like in this condition is there on that fort when you are going to climb. And if the careless person is walking, then that careless person easily he can lose his balance and he can fall into the valley there, and his life is in a deeper valley there. If carelessly if we walk, then we can fall, we can lose our balance and we can fall, and our life is into the valley. Torna was considered one of the strong fort of Maharashtra, and the fort Torna was considered as one of the strongest fort from the Maharashtra side there, from the Maharashtra territory. The Torna fort considered as the strongest fort uh, in the from the Maharashtra, or in Pune regions, or the area there. So it was very important fort for the Shivaji Maharaj. In the fort there is a temple of the goddesses Toranjai. On the Torna fort there is a temple of goddesses Toranjai, because the temple is on the Torna fort, or is in the Torna fort. So because of that temple also, or because of the fort also, that temple is known or called as a Toranjai temple. Goddesses temple is there, so that goddess is also known as the Toranjai, because the fort name is the Torna. So the Torna fort is there, and in the temple, in the fort there is a Toranjai goddesses temple is also there. So that the Toranjai goddesses is also known as a on the name of the Torna fort. That is why the fort is called as a Torna. So Toranjai temple is there. On the name of that Toranjai temple, that fort is called as a Torna, or the fort Torna is there, and in the temple there is goddess temple is there. So that goddess is also known as a Toranjai. Like in, so both combination is there. But what is here? Because of the temple, that fort is known as a, or fort is called as a Toranjai temple or Torna fort. Strangely enough, this fort is very strange. It is very enough. This powerful fort was neglected by Adil Shah, and this is one of the most powerful fort. And this powerful fort was neglected by Adil Shah. Means this fort was under the Jahangir or the control of Adil Shah or under his regions or empire, but this fort was neglected by him. He not care for this fort there. So Torna fort was neglected by Adil Shah. There were neither enough troops for its defense nor enough ammunitions also there. So on this fort, enough troops or the soldiers were also not there to protect this fort, and along with that, not enough ammunition. So war equipments were also not that much enough to be protect this fort for the security of this fort. Soldiers were also less, and their weapons also less. In this way, situation is there on the Torda fort. But this fort was one of the strongest fort, and on the good geographical conditions, geographical location, and if you see the importance of the geographical importance of this fort is very uh, good there. So it is important for the Shivaji Maharaj also there. Shivaji knew this, and this was exactly what he wanted. Shivaji Maharaj he knew this all these situations, and this is only what he wanted. That he was in search of such type of fort there. He was in search of such a fort, and he got this fort. Exactly what the Shivaji wanted. He decided to capture the fort and thus lay the foundation of the Swaraj. So in this way, Shivaji Maharaj decided to capture the Torna fort, and by capturing the Torna fort, he decided to lay the foundation of Torna fort or to set up the base of Torna fort there. This was the aim of the Shivaji Maharaj, and he saw that according to his strategic point of view, the Torna fort is very important. So he saw this fort and he chose this fort, and he decided to lay the foundations base of his empire or the Swaraj by winning or by capturing the Torna fort. Okay, so he decided to capture the fort and thus lay the foundation of a Hindavi Swaraj. By capturing this fort, he decided to lay the foundation of the Hindavi Swaraj. He decided to set up the base of a Hindavi Swaraj in Maharashtra. Next point, that is the drums of Swaraj begins to sound then. Drums of the Swaraj begins with the sound in Maharashtra by capturing the Torna fort. With a few selected bands of Mavalas, Shivaji descended into the Kannada valley. So Shivaji Maharaj he took some selected band of Mavalas, some selected soldiers with him, Mavalas, his companion, associates, comrades with him, and he descended. He proceeded toward the into the Kannada valley, swift-footed like the deer and the lion-hearted in the courage. All the Mavalas were very swift-footed. They very means fastly, quickly they were approaching, and also they were in a great courage, great-hearted, lion-hearted. They never afraid. So lion-hearted in courage, they raced to the top and captured the strategic positions in the fort. They raced to the top there. They went upside on the topest position of the fort, and they captured the important positions of that fort. Tanaji Malusare hosted the Maratha flag at the main entrance. Tanaji Malusare he hosted the Maratha flag on the Torna fort there. On the main entrance of the Torna fort, he captured that regions or area, and by capturing the that region of the area, he hosted the Maratha flags at the entrance there. Yeshaji Kank, a trustworthy and the loyal companion of the Shivaji, posted his guard at important points. Yeshaji Kank also he was one of the trusted Sardar from the Shivaji side, his friend companion, he posted his soldiers on the important positions there, and the loyal companions with Shivaji posted his guards on the important points of the position. The fort was captured almost without any resistance, and the sky was filled with the shout of Shivaji Maharaj ki jai. And the Torna fort was captured by without any resistance. Means more soldiers were not there to oppose. So easily Shivaji Maharaj he captured this fort, and they that sound on the fort start to be spread everywhere. That is Shivaji Maharaj ki jai. The first battle of drum and the pipes of the Hindavi Swaraj in this way had sounded, and their echo, the battle sound of the pipes and the drums started, their echo spread there in the surrounding area. And there's a Yadri range in the Kannada valley, and echo reverberated throughout the valley. Shivaji's names named this fort as a Prachandagad. By capturing this Torna fort, afterward Shivaji renamed that Torna fort as a Prachandagad. This is the history or the information of the Torna fort. So when it will come tomorrow, then tomorrow will come with the next part. Okay, thank you.